gosh, if I was a kid,
Hello,
like being like.
my name is Jamie. Daniel?
Yeah.
Okay, I know everyone else generally. My name is Jamie. I play the tuba. I'm a fourth year at VCU. I'll be playing number 24 out of the Blazhevich studies for tuba. There's more, right?
Yeah, go from there. Great. All right. So now, cool, huh? Gosh, I love this. Okay. So now, all of us. Okay. I'll just no more other things. Now, my favorite note of this whole thing. Where the heck is the etude? 24. Where did you stop? That G was my favorite note of this whole thing. It was the best note you played. The other best note you played, the second best note you played was the last note. Which that's a great note to play to be the best note, the last note, right? Why, when you think, can you recall what you heard as you were playing?
Like throughout the thing or those two notes specifically?
Just throughout the entire segment. What do you think? What about those two notes led me to be like, those were the best ones?
Probably you heard them.
And they were the most like, they were resonant. They were nice and audible, and like I don't know. That's the sound. The sound was alive. Why weren't all the other notes that way?
I don't know. I tried to give it like character. I tried to give it like character.
Right. No. Take yourself out of it. Take yourself aside. What actually was the reason? The real reason? What made those notes really good and resonant? We know that we'll get really great ideal result when the moving parts, when all the mechanics work properly. So when I say those two notes are perfect, that means for those two notes, everything that the player needs to do worked correctly, right? And just like I worked with Daniel and I've been talking about all week, what do you think that says about the element, the priority of elements? Your air was good, the flow was good, your lips were in the right place and they worked well. What about the rest of them? How well did you succeed in doing the same thing for each passing moment? With your air, with your etc. With your air. With your air.
Not
right?
there.
Not there. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but no. When is it what are the hardest notes to hear when we have some long notes and some fast notes? Which ones are harder to hear? Yeah. The slow ones or the fast ones? The fast ones. Now, what about the high ones and the low ones? Which ones are harder to hear? Now, what happens when we have low notes that are fast? They're double hard to hear, right? So what do you think that means? How does that inform what we do as the operator? Yeah, we need to provide fuel for these tones to exist, right? So, and I love talking this way because I deeply believe it will lead to you guys being more knowledgeable, therefore more capable of being your own teachers. Because I could just be like, look, Jamie, Jamie, when you have these 16th notes, play them a little bit louder. Right? And you're like, okay, we'll play 16th notes louder. And I can just hope that that fixes it naturally. But what happens if it's the same issue again? What happens if we don't necessarily want the 16 notes to really be that much louder? We still need to know what to do. That's why I'm telling you. So now, that being said, you have to be where was there extra energy in my output? So let's slur, and then again, there's extra. See, so when you play, think about the different functions of your air for the different notes. And you just trust in the system. Now let's see what kind of result we get with that. Let's see, like, go from the top, big breath of the air out. Come on. Good. Now, much improved, right? On the da 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 da. Nice and audible, clear, good sound, all the good things. What's still a little messy? Which fast notes were still a little messy?
Oh, I thought you were gonna
You.
play it.
I was, but I couldn't find the spot. Why you gotta put me on blast?
I'm sorry. Where did I stopped here. Like the lower stuff.
The slurred ones.
Yeah.
Right? Why are they messy? Is it an air issue? Did you feel like your air was good?
Yeah.
Great. So maybe it's not an air issue.
Yeah, but my fingers might be.
Ah, sick. Now we have the stinking fingers, right? Good news is the fingers are easy to coordinate because you're used to using them for a lot of things. I mean, you've been using your hands for as long as you can remember, am I right? You just never think about it. That's how good your fingers are. You don't have to think about what they do ever. And then you play an instrument, and then it's like, ah! So, slow this down, right? T, O, to, T. Just pick the first one, the one on the A. T, O, to, T, T, O, to, to. Just do that one. T, O, to, Just really focus on how your fingers change, right? Okay, good. So now I'll give you the age-old trick to fix finger issues, especially when it's slurred. You need to think that your fingers are like percussion mallets or sticks, and when they hit your valves, they're going in like a marcato style, while your air does the legato. So think marcato fingers, rhythmic fingers, but legato air. So do it all slurred, and think that your fingers will go like don't make sound, right? Think of it that way. Yeah. But make sure that you don't forget about number one. He was number one. See how much cleaner your fingers are? Now speed that up. Yo, all slurred stuff because I want to make sure your air is good. So clean. Now go. Now do it as fixed. Awesome. From here, you just apply the same idea to the next thing. Look, it's all about coordination, right? Fingers are coordination too. So let's go from top, and let's go from there. And when you get to each T, you do all of the strategies together, right? And it should all work. Come on. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Marcato fingers. gonna be cleaned up in a heartbeat once you take each chunk that's giving you trouble. So you have to pair it up with a really energized airstream that's coming out with like, wow. You know, if it was water, it would be like a massage pressure type of shower or something. And then the marcato fingers, very precise, right? And you have to think of, you got to put a little mental energy there. And then beyond that, you know, there's not a whole lot of issues with this. Depends on where you want to go or what.
I could finish it if you want.
Yeah, let's hear the next section, Poco Mano. That's a change of style. I'm getting out of your shot. Because I don't like it. It's getting. Okay, what is the thing that where were the impurities we
I didn't play the B natural, and that's like the...
Yeah. And you know, to me, a missed note, you know, cry me a river, I play the horn. Right? Like, you know what I mean? But no, like, that's whatever. To me, bigger issues are things like unclear or dirty changes of vowels in a slur. Like, for example, when you have something like that, where it's like love.
Yeah.
To me, those are bigger problems. Those are weird problems because we're going along and I'm like, I don't know why that's happening. I'm blowing my hair, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Why is that not working? And that has to do with the instrument, the challenges of the instrument, right? There's physics behind it. But the fact is that even that is a sign that even just when you start feeling like, yes, my air is flowing really great, woo, this slur is going really smoothly, and then you have a valve change that's like that, maybe it wasn't, there was somewhere there was a flaw, somewhere something wasn't working at its best, or at the optimal point for whatever the issue was. Because we can get away with a minimum effort, but sometimes we pay the price, and it shows in things like that, like funky valve. And so you need a little bit more energy there. And what it is to me is, it's a. If I just think of myself as you approach the change that's giving you trouble, put a little bit more energy and momentum into your air, and a little more focus on getting your lips to be in a position where they'll really vibrate. And that's what people say, you gotta really blow through these notes, or blow through the line, or blow in between the notes. That's what all that stuff means. It's just that you have to, like, right when it gives you problems, you need to be like, right here I'm gonna really go there. So go from the trouble, where's anytime you went from open to 1 and 2 was a problem, right? So just pick those 2 notes and single them out. And really focus on how, like, this air is coming out, right?
Let me just play the 2.
Just the 2 notes, like from an open to a 1 and 2. Yeah. Now put a little more energy on how are we going to get more vibrations there. How did I do that? What exactly did I do? And then you just add that to your checklist of things that you have to consciously do all the time when you play to get the best result. You add it. You layer it on top. That way you can execute the music successfully too.
Does it sound like it's going,
Not really. Right, not really. But to you it does, because you're
Yeah.
you're putting extra energy there. But it doesn't. It you know, I mean, for me that's an easy balance switch. It's my instrument energy, but that, like if I'm not careful, it's love. You know, but I have to have just a little bit more focus on, like, here's how I practice. Well, how would I buzz this? This is the way to check. Okay, that was easy, but am I doing that on the horn, you know? And it's just like kind of smooth. Even in bell side, it's fairly smooth. On the other side, it's even smoother.
Yeah.
Because what they get, you know, it's the best version of it, ideally, right? And the tuba's similar. And that's, you know what that is? That's, again, it's a physics, it's a conical situation. But that's the thing that of all things, I can forgive the miss, no, that's easy, you know that. This little thing, happened a lot, so
Yeah.
did you really, you know? And every time you play, right? Jamie, I think we could like call it, and then we can get together again later. It's almost 3. It's 2:45. Every time you play, treat it as a chance to practice and learn. And learn for yourself how to better. Like even in the middle of that, you're allowed to make adjustments. Don't just keep going. Like you can think about these things. And again, you come up with as few strategies as possible that get the best results possible. And when you focus on less things, you're able to execute better. As opposed to trying to be like, okay, now I need to blow between these 2 notes. Now I need to make sure I'm tonguing this one note, and I miss this next note, and then now I'm like, okay, and my air, and my posture, and my, oh my god, and my buzz, and oh my god, my armature, and no, just start from basic, and then experiment. If things go wrong, then diagnose and adjust. But as long as they're working, don't concern yourself with them. You know what I mean? Now granted, right? Like for example, like breathing, right? That's a can of worms, but a lot of us are taught to like open your mouth deep or really fill up from the bottom or really do X, Y, Z. And it's like, well, why are you saying all of this when you're not sure that, like, what if we don't have a problem with breathing? Because remember when I said you're masters of wind? We've been breathing since we've been alive. Breathing is so easy a baby can do it. Okay? it is. Yeah. Do you understand? So all of these things, it's true. In a lot of those things, obviously, if you're like sitting like this, you're not going to breathe as well as you could, right? But don't concern yourself with it. Just simply breathe, right? I take the opposite approach of the like simply breathe and do nothing else, right? So if I simply breathe and do nothing else, then everything works appropriately, and I don't have to on purpose do it. Now, if I do body and lifted my horn, no, just take a deep breath, right? Just focus on taking a deep breath. Now I'm breathing well. But can you imagine, like all the time having to think of 10 things just for a breath, and then on top of that think of 100 things to play? It's TMI, it's too much. Simplify your lives. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's just TMI. And if it's ever NTMI, right? Not or NEMI, not enough, then consult and ask and consider and then, but only then, you know? Your lives, everything should be easier. Everything. You know, for a generation that gets a rap for, this generation, whatever, everything's just so accessible and easy to them. Man, band kids just make their life hard. Just crazy, man. So that's what I have to say. And that was just an example. Oh, you're breathing's fine, you know. Your output sometimes isn't. And that's when it shows itself. You know? Deficiencies in your playing, they're always in your face. You just don't know they are, you know? It's like Jack in the Box. Like, oh, you want to slow down your air a little bit? Peekaboo! Missed a note. Like, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
It's,
It's really good, like,
it's not that like, oh, I suck, oh my God, like, I'm just so bad at my instrument. No. It's just, there was just this one moment of, you know, less than ideal. That's what I think anyway. I think a lot of things. I'm a pretty crazy dude. Okay, you guys. Let's let you go. I mean, like I said, if you stay